Today we're going to be making Chinese egg pancakes. If you don't know what these are, they're similar to roti, and if you don't know what roti is, well then there's really no point in me trying to explain it any further. To start off, you're going to need a nice clean workspace with ample enough room to work with, and a frying pan. I like to have a nice sharp and heavy knife. Sharp knives are in fact safer than dull ones, of course when handled safely. Obviously, if you throw around a knife like a doggy chew toy, someone is bound to end up in the hospital. Next up, we're going to need actual tangible ingredients to make this. Otherwise, we're just going to be cooking air. Oh, thanks Cooking Genie. Boy, do I love that guy. Alright, what we have here is half a cup of flour, half a cup of water, 2 green onions, and 2 fresh eggs. Right now, since we won't be needing the green onions and the eggs immediately, we're going to be putting them away. After, what you want to do is pour the water into the flour and start mixing. You can use anything you want to mix, but if you want to truly simulate the Chinese aspect of this recipe, grab your chopsticks and start mixing. Keep mixing until it starts to look like this. Once the flour is in this pudding-like state, crack both of your eggs into the mixing bowl and wash your hands for sanitation. Ding ding crack. Now comes the salt from the tears of all your haters. After, you're gonna want to keep mixing until it starts to look like the product of someone peeing in milk. Please don't ask me how I know this. Now it's time to put away the batter, and take out your green onions and knife. Now, chop these up into smaller pieces. Don't listen to the green onions' cries of help. It's all in your head, silly. Green onions can't speak. Chop, chop.
Oh, it's over. It's finally over.
Chop,
Help
chop,
me!
chop, 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 chop. Finally, take your knife and use your hand to help you scoop the green onions into the batter. Start mixing until it's evenly distributed. And now we can finally move on. Here, you can see me pouring oil into the pan and making some regrettable camera angle choices. The oil makes it so that the pancake doesn't stick to the pan, which makes life much easier. You don't want to use too much oil though. Remember, adding ingredients is easy, taking them away, much harder. Now is the time to pour your batter into the frying pan. Try to cover the entire pan with the batter so that it creates a nice round pancake. Fast forward a bit, and I'm receiving news that this pancake is actually a stuntman in disguise. Okay folks, here's Flippy number 1, Flippy number 2, and Flippy number 3. Round of applause for this inanimate object. Now comes plating. You're going to want to either slide or gently place the pancake right onto the plate. Alright, the last part of our recipe is toppings. Anything works well paired with this recipe. Tomatoes, cherries, an entire eggplant. Okay, maybe not an entire eggplant. Whether a simple breakfast or an entire meal, this recipe is right for anyone, and most importantly, it's approved by yours truly.